What's going on, y'all? This is Dana Poe Master Executive 8, and in this video, I want to talk about my audiobook, How to Recover from a Breakup, and the book is talking about breakup recovery and prevention. Now, I went through a very pivotal moment in my life that pretty much changed the direction of my life forever, and that was a breakup that I experienced last year. So, ever since that breakup, I've undergone a transformation that I've never experienced before. Now, I will say that because I'm in the rebuilding period, that I have not gotten back into a relationship, so I can't really give you too much advice on that part. But what I can give you advice on is the three chapters that I have in my book. The first one is the breakup and actually getting out of the relationship. And what I will be going on over in that chapter is all of the signs, all of the reasons that you should consider leaving that relationship. In the second chapter, I talk about once you do leave that relationship, what you need to do to get yourself in a space to start recovery. Because once you leave, you have to make sure that you're in a space to start your recovery. Because if you're doing certain things, then you're never going to be in that space. And then in the third chapter, we will talk about what you need to do moving forward to not only heal yourself, but also to, um, as I talk about prevention, basically put yourself in a position to where that doesn't happen again. And when I talk about prevention, I was kind of iffy about using the word, but that's kind of what first came to me. When I'm saying prevention, I don't mean from a state of fear. What I mean is dealing with women in such a way to where you don't have to worry about fear because your emotions are not so tied up that you can't cut it off the moment that it's not working for you. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean prevention is getting yourself in a headspace to where the things that went on that led to these constant breakups in a way to where you're so emotionally tied won't happen again. Now, does this mean that you won't have to break up with a woman in the future? You know what I'm saying? No. What this means is that you won't be so emotionally tied up that you'll have to be in this position of continuously starting over from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Or being so emotionally caught up that you have to actually even recover. Because if the only way you have to recover is if you're so emotionally caught up. And these are all of the things that I'm gonna talk about, as well as many more inside the book. A lot of the things that I can't talk about here on YouTube or even just openly over the internet at all. Um, Most of this stuff I would just you have to pay for. Like I'm just gonna keep it that keep it like that. Like there's stuff in this book that I can't really talk about, but will help any man who's in this position get out of the position, start his recovery, and stay away from those type of situations for the rest of his life. And I will be updating this book over time, especially once I do get in a relationship again. Um, and it'll be completely different. So, like I said, once I get there, then we'll add that part to the book. But for now, this is what it is. So, my goal for this book is just to pretty much share with you the experiences that I have from the women that I've dealt with and things that you can that look out for that in a headspace that you can be in that these things they can't happen. Like I promise you, once you get to a certain space and a certain way of thinking, there are just things that just you won't allow to happen. Like it's pretty much if I could wrap the whole book up into one sentence, it's pretty simple. It's your way or the highway. You don't have time for anything else. So so yeah, that's pretty much what all in the book. Like I said, the book will be updated over time. I'm still growing, I'm still learning. So, you know, same with the book, but a lot of the principles they stand. Trying to think. Anything else I got for y'all? That's pretty much it. So like I said, if you want this book, then you can email me at masterexecutive8@gmail.com. That is in the description box. It's spelled Master Executive, and then the number 8 is spelled out in letters. I had a Master Executive 8 email, but I don't know what happened to it, so we're doing it like that. So you'll find that in the description box. And I guarantee any man that's going through this, if they read this book, this will help them recover in such a way to where this won't happen again, and it'll get their head going in the right direction. Because another thing that happened was after I got out of a relationship, I started seeing some of those old mindsets that I had in other men, and how if they knew what I just got out of and everything that I learned from being in there and even from other men, then they wouldn't go into these situations. I've met men who were in these situations already, who I've given advice. I've met men who were about to go in these situations, who I tried to warn in so many ways, and I'm just seeing a lot of these situations that I was in and a lot of men. So my goal for this book is to help you if you're in this position, get out of it, and then get yourself in a headspace to get your mind right, and then move on to a space to where this can never happen again, and you can deal with women from a position of power. And if you allow a woman to come back into your life, it's going to be on certain terms. So and also getting yourself in a space to where you're ready, you're even ready for that. We talk about that too. We talk about you paying a cost to be doing things like paying a cost to be the boss, you um being on your purpose, reconnecting with your spirit. We talk about all of those things in there that are going to help you be in the right headspace to even be dealing with women to begin with. So like I said, email me at masterexecutive8@gmail.com. In the description, you can see that email. Email me. I'll send you the donation link where you can make a donation. After you make the donation, I'll send you the book. I'm working on getting a website up so to make this whole process easier, but for now, that's what it is.